Hello, my name is Tracy Hall, and today I'm going to briefly discuss some ethical issues and research surrounding communication. There are some principles in scientific communication that are agreed upon and followed by international researchers that have shaped the standard of communication while performing a study. According to the uniform requirements for manuscripts submitted to biomedical journals, the basic principle of scientific communication includes information that should have clarity, accuracy, simplicity, and understandability. These principles of communication in scientific research are the guiding principles to forming a study using the scientific method, which includes making an observation, forming a question, creating a hypothesis, conducting an experiment, and analyzing the data. For human research, there are a couple of ethical implications that allied healthcare professionals should be aware of. The importance of ethics in biomedical research and the explicit impact on humanity and health demands honesty in the work of investigators and allied healthcare professionals. Complete compliance with all principles within the research study requires integrity and self-reflection. The evolution of scientific discoveries and its implication for humanity has a huge part to play in the improvement of quality and prolonging life. This is why allied healthcare professionals must continue to examine and evolve in its ethical evaluations of human research. As an allied healthcare professional conducting human research, we must ask ourselves, are my bias set to the side? Am I providing care that is ethical to all people all the time? The implications of ethical decision-making in human research is critical for each member of the research team and must be evaluated. Communication while conducting research may pose some ethical issues. Allied healthcare professionals participate in human research as well and should have the same clear understanding and goals of high ethical standards. For the allied healthcare worker, ethical implications in communicating with the participant is a main point of interest to focus on because the participant is limited on what they can be told and from whom they can hear it from. Working within your scope of practice is an always event and can never be deviated from, as it may change the outcome of the participant's experience and possibly the outcome of the study. Another ethical issue to understand is that diversity of cultures and subcultures within the study population exists. Therefore, it is important to be culturally competent and to avoid miscommunicating when serving different participants. This requires being aware of your body language, verbal cues and tones, and having an awareness of another culture and how they may interact with the opposite sex. Let me give you an example of my scope of practice as a sleep technician and how I practice effectively communicating with study participants. When communicating with the participants involved, my first goal is to make everyone feel at ease, like they can trust me. I first greet them and introduce myself. I ask a few questions to gauge their literacy levels and their understanding of what I'm going to do and what they know about the research project. After I have built a rapport with them, I begin to educate them on everything in more detail and have friendly conversation with them while answering most, if not all, of their questions. I also inform them of what I am not allowed to discuss with them, and this includes the study results, what happened during the night, how many hours they slept, or give them any answers to the questions that may be on the post-sleep study survey. Most participants will still wake up and ask those questions, but I remind them that I am not authorized to give them any study information. As a part of my scope of practice, I must also write correspondence to communicate what happened during the study. What I have found to be most effective is to make myself a template that I use with every participant. It has questions that I need to answer, important information, and I also leave room to type in detailed notes as well as anything that may have happened that falls under adverse events or technical difficulties. Written communication may change throughout the course of the study, and new conditions may be added or taken away. This is why it is important to know the guidelines and keep open communication with the study coordinator, as well as be up to date with your IRB requirements. I hope that this brief discussion on ethical issues in research surrounding communication has been helpful and you have learned something. Thank you and have a blessed day.